Oh, we're live. Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning.
What's up,
Morning.
What's up? Well, I guess we'll start, unless you disagree with. Let's start with the latest with the smallest man controversy. What's going on?
Where's the song?
Yeah, where is this right now?
I don't know. Depends what platform, what minute it goes up, it goes down.
Good song.
I've slept maybe like 4 hours in the last 2 nights.
Yeah, you look horrible. What's going on?
Well, I just did a walk, so maybe a little sweaty. I don't think I look horrible.
Why didn't you sleep last night?
You look great, but you look tired. I'm sorry. Is this because of
I am tired.
Controversy?
Horrible.
You look pretty bad.
Fine, I'll fucking throw on a hat right in your face. How do you like them apples?
I don't think that's gonna change. All right,
there we go.
You look fantastic now.
Yeah. So we did the smallest man, recorded it. There's a lot. I mean, we recorded BFFs. We skipped last week. There's a new episode coming out tonight. It'll be the biggest one we've ever done. It's gonna be huge. So we explained a lot, but the rap song, unbeknownst to me, Josh Richards had signed a contract with Warner Music Group in 2020, which would have been nice to know.
Probably in retrospect, yeah.
Which is also,
what did he do musically?
He made another diss track that went super viral, and I guess like these agencies just scoop you up, like, oh, is this guy going to be like a boy band kid or something? And the way
like a boy band guy,
yeah, exactly. So he had a super popular song. They signed him to a contract. I assume that's what record labels do. It's just in case. And the way I didn't know this when we released the song. We start getting takedown notices from Warner Music Group, who reps Zach Bryan, obviously probably like one of their crown jewels right now. He's so popular. And we're like, what the fuck? It's a rap song. I originally thought maybe, I don't always know copyright law, it was the last outro because he has that song, How Lucky Are We? And we kind of sang that. And we're like, oh, it must be that. Let's just cut that last lyric out, do it again. Nope, they take it down again. I'm making videos. I'm putting on my Miss Peaches gold chain that I got at the pizza convention, thinking we're good. And Warner Music Group keeps saying we own the whole song. It's like, what the hell does that mean? You own the whole song? Well, turns out Josh signed with them in 2020, what appears to be, and somebody who doesn't understand this business at all, the music side, like a 4-track, 4 something.
So
they pay him.
They have property.
They paid him.
They have for his next 4 songs. They own him.
Seems that way.
Yeah. Taylor's old as time. Young.
So you just got to have him release 3 quick shit songs.
Yeah, right.
And then he's done.
You're right. But that one would still be to them.
Because it was second.
Yeah. So there's a whole.
It's not Zach Bryan's fault. It's his fault.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I would have loved to seen Zach Bryan hear that song.
Yeah, I mean, if Zach Bryan, if Zach Bryan, it's not. Yes, Josh had the contract with Zach Bryan. If he didn't care, it wouldn't be getting taken down, I'm sure.
Well, but you did it because you knew he would care.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because he's that song? The smallest man. Josh's people helped. Roan was involved.
I think
Jet Ski. I had a couple lines. Austin, there was a lot. And here's where we're at right now. And a lot, I know you guys, you tell us everything. I'm BFF, a lot of that's happening. And you'll probably have more questions after that. I don't know if the Zach Bryan team or the Warner Music Group, this isn't a threat, is aware of the existence of Roan. Because Roan already has 10 more diss tracks 100 times worse ready to go. So either like, let's just, this thing's out in the ether, let it live. And I don't want to. I do not want to get back that video, that shoot all day. By the end of it, the guy producing it thought I was going to murder him. He'd be like, do it again. I'd just be like, no, like I am not doing that again. But I will go make a whole album if I have to at this point.
That's what you have to do. You have to do a concept album now. It's album.
Yeah, so I don't want to. It takes forever. I don't want to do it. I just want this to be it. This had a chance, I think, to be the #1 song in the country. It was going crazy.
So when you make that video, right, and you decide like we're going all in. Do you also know other stuff? Because you had mentioned at one video I saw, like, I don't even know why he's worried about this song with what's going to come out, on BFFs? Like, is there more? Is this a must-watch?
How bad was the Whitney? You know where Chicken Fry shot this episode, if I'm correct. She was in my studio.
Yeah. She's talking to Justin.
Stewart?
Yeah, I was like, hey, who are you talking to get this thing going? She's like, Justin. I was like, oh, wow, what a dynamic that is.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Oh, so this is a 10 out of 10 episode, though.
It's interesting. I would say, yeah, it's the best one we've ever done. I think it paints a very good picture. Zach is a dirtbag, and that will come out. But this Roan song that I've heard, Roan basically is very good. Listen, I'm great at a lot of things. I have so many talents and abilities, I can't even count them. Rapping is not one of them. So like when I make these songs, I have like jet ski literally in my ear. Like I start singing along with him and then he just drops and I keep going. So I'm not good at it.
Sure.
I've heard this next version that Roan made with Bree. I just heard it this morning. What I would have said was a 10 podcast episode got downgraded to what she could have aired out to like a 6 or a 7. So there's lots of shit. This guy's trash. He really is.
She took the high road a little bit.
Yes.
Here's my question though. So I guess what you're saying is because Richards was already involved, if Roan and Chicken Fry do one, you can release it whenever. There's nothing holding them back.
Yes.
Right. So
my deal to Warner would be, and again,
holding them hostage a little bit.
No, yeah, I've already been accused of extortion once during this entire ordeal, and that'll come out BFF.
Extortion.
The people were against. Let's say that.
What?
I got dragged into the middle of this thing.
Oh yeah, you hate getting dragged into the mud, man. That's fucking
part of this. Yeah, no part.
It's like Trent.
I don't want to spoil the episode, but I don't want to be the one to say, hey, everybody, Warner Music Group, Zach's team, who keep issuing these takedowns, why don't you just let this stay? It'll be the end of the diss tracks, because if you take it down, we got to go make more without Josh, and that you'll have no say on.
Why don't you just send them that track and say, this is what you're going to get publicly if you don't let us do the other one?
Correct. And I have been told by
that's extortion, right?
Correct.
No, it's not. You're not extorting anything. You're not taking money.
I got to be honest. I don't know that I trust Kirk's legal opinion here.
That's a straight up threat.
Undefeated against the Massachusetts Supreme Court.
Yeah. That's what I said. So I've been trying to figure out, maybe we have friendly contacts there that you can be like, listen a little bit of this, like, because it's there. Roan wrote it and I gasped. So
I feel like Zach didn't do a great job of being like, well, this girl I'm about to break up with has a giant following. Like, maybe you got to think that one ahead a little bit.
I don't know.
But like, if you're doing it to a random girl, it's
right.
Yeah.
You got to approach it a little different.
True.
Yeah. And there'll be lots more to talk about next episode on this.
We'll just wrap up BFFs, Kirk. Will be the wrap up.
No, I mean,
I'll just stare ahead like Josh Richards does every BFF clip I see. I'll just be like,
well, what am I just gonna give the whole? It's the episode's coming out.
Give us a little tease. Give us something.
Yeah, give us something.
Other than this, great. Give us something a tease. That's all. Not to give it away.
I already told you a tease, didn't I?
No.
I said that I got accused of extortion.
That's true. Well, let me ask you this: have you spoken or heard from him in the last week? Has he reached out to you?
No.
Okay. I don't know if he was trying to play offense or not. Trying, he's
playing offense versus me.
If you ever see him,
I know, not offense. No, but trying to get ahead of it, sort of saying, "Hey, let's quiet this down. Let's talk, you and I." Because I mean, you know him.
I met him. I won't say I know him. Like I said last time, I've never liked him. He's never liked me.
But that could turn into an old like Scooter Braun calling you.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh.
That happened like a little bit of Mr.Beast. That's on the list. Mr.Beast called me.
The YouTube monster?
Yeah, because we can skip ahead. Yeah, the Jerry thing.
Yeah, what happened? Jerry,
so first of all,
him, right?
Jerry's like, can I do the election shit? I'm like, yeah, let's just have like a 10-minute dump button just in case you go off the rails. So I thought that was very good and very funny, both him and Big T.
Oh, they were good together.
Yes. So, but then he calls me right back, urgent. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I just got offered by Mr.Beast to get on a plane tonight, fly undisclosed location, play golf for $1 million, even like heads up type thing. Not a question I want to be asked because we are working on something. I don't know exactly what that plan was, but something that I'd say is sort of similar, which then Biz reorganizes his idea as well. And by the way, Biz and I talked. I'm like, Biz, that's my idea. We're working on it. It is in the process.
Talked about it here originally, that idea, right?
Correct. That we had, I think, on this show, right?
Yes, it's where it started. Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
He's like, I have an unreal idea. Look at this
podcast. We got the Bob Does. Like, I figured it like is it Spranak? How do you spell?
I don't know how to say her last name.
Like, how do we not get all these golf YouTube people together in one universe and create some sort of tournament or competition? And how could we not have Kirk Minahan in the mix? That guy's a menace and he's great on the golf course as well. So I feel like there's something bigger than just doing something with foreplay here.
Imagine you and Yans.
So you never were like,
but after he texted me and he said, did I ever bring up to you that idea before? I was like, no, not. We've talked about sandbagger tournament with like 2-man hockey. The guys we've played do a big. I was like, I don't know.
But Dave, why weren't you like, yeah, Dave? That's his exact idea. He had.
That's a great question. The fact that I was not like on my toes enough.
What? I've never heard that before.
It was on our show, Wade. You were here.
I don't know. I think I was more like, I've heard this idea. Are you rehashing the idea Dave had? But
What's like, that's a great fucking idea.
He's like, imagine that.
I never thought of that. All these guys playing golf together. It's incredible.
How did you think of that?
Oh, Jerry, yeah.
Yeah, so I was torn because there's a ton of money, obviously. Jerry is born for this. He's the perfect guy to play in that. And he'd be the perfect guy for the tournament we're trying to put together. So, like, I don't love the idea of...
But was it one-on-one?
It was going to be one-on-one.
That's way different.
Yeah, but there's an element... I agree it is different. But it's like you see Jerry competing, and here's what else bothered me about it. He'd be playing Bryson DeChambeau. And Bryson DeChambeau, when I came up with my idea, called me that day to be like, I want to be part of this idea. And that's actually why it's gone slower. Because so it's like, wait a minute. How
the fuck is Jerry going to beat Bryson DeChambeau?
Mr.Beast must set up some rules that make it even.
Did he give him 70 shots?
He has to play lefty?
Who knows?
I mean,
I went back and forth on it. We ultimately told him he couldn't go. I talked to Dan about it. It's like, it's kind of hard. He took it fairly well. Because, listen, I would rather do that. We won't get as many views. I'd rather do that on our channels. Like, there's not much benefit.
I get that. Well, I think
putting it on.
The DeChambeau factor changes it all. Because if it's Jerry going to play somebody for Mr.Beast one-on-one, I would say you should let him do it. But if DeChambeau, in fact, is going to be part of this other thing, then the Jerry DeChambeau thing becomes not.
And DeChambeau kind of went dark on it. I haven't heard from him about it. He's also a FanDuel guy, which we found out we're DraftKings. So there's just a lot of factors. So Jerry, I told him all this. And again, I just don't see, we pay people pretty good money here to just go make great content somewhere else. So whatever. Jerry's like, can he call you? Mr.Beast jumps on the phone. I've talked to Mr.Beast before. Seems like a nice enough guy, but he definitely big dick me. And he can because he's like the biggest thing on the internet. He is
very huge.
So he's just talking down to you, just patting you on the head.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh, I wish I could hear that.
Oh, he big dick me big time. He's like, I don't mean to talk down to you, but maybe if like tens and hundreds of millions of people see Jerry, he'll become bigger and you can sell ads. And he was really talking down to me. He's like, I respect you. I want to do stuff with you. Now, I did have one ping pong reply because he's like, I really like you. Always want to do stuff. I'm like, we've asked you to be on BFF 10 times. You said no 10 times. And he's like, well, he stuttered there. He's a nice guy. He's like, well, you guys are controversial. It's like, well, you've gone on, I think, Nelk, Logan Paul, all this shit. Long story short, I don't like getting big dicked. And he was big. He was just dropping his nuts on me, and there's nothing I could do.
He was talking to you like you were talking to Mutt. Like you were Mutt.
I was his Mutt.
Yeah, it's
and he's right.
At the same time, you're watching a race at the breeders.
Yeah, you have a cow on. Yeah,
there's nothing I could say. He's just like, oh, let me just put my nuts right on your face. It's like, all right, yeah, no, I get it.
I'm surprised he took it so well. I mean, I'm impressed. I thought he'd be not.
He would have missed the election
too,
which I really enjoyed watching.
It was great.
His election show.
And I said, Jerry, we'll do something. Like, again, if I can't put something together, like I'll find a pro golf. We'll do it our way. I don't care about the 100 million views. I care about our views. And by the way, I love Jerry, but like that analogy Mr. Beast had from a business perspective of, all right, you make Jerry a star. Jerry's going to be knocking on my door. Can I have a 3,000% raise tomorrow? Which we want our people to be stars, but on our channel, so we monetize. Like they don't poof somewhere else, so they got all the benefit, and I get the check. So that's what happened there.
Did you guys think when the election cycle started, it would end with Will and Taylor being thanked for
unreal
the United States being elected again?
Unreal, just unreal.
Incredible moment. Incredible.
I want to thank some people real quick. I want to thank the Nelk Boys, Aiden Ross, Theo Vaughn, Bussin With The Boys, and last but not least, the mighty and powerful Joe Rogan.
I got to be honest, there are guys. That's quite a list to be put in. Those are like, those are the time A-list.
Monster guys.
Yeah.
This is who's Aiden Ross? Is it streamer? That's how horrible Dave looks right now. Look at him. Did you see this asshole on Fox News, by the way?
Fucking phone last night on Hannity was unbelievable.
What the fuck? How are you doing an interview on Fox News? How many people watch that show? Millions?
I give you
this guy.
I give you credit, Whitney. You were the first person I saw tweet it. You're like, what the fuck is he doing?
Set up.
Look at this.
Who are you talking to, Dave? Oh, everyone.
I was so mad. I had like.
I was watching the Oilers, and then I was Fox News intermission, and he's like, Dave Portnoy's coming. I'm like, oh, I'll check this one out. And they put the camera on, and they're like this. I'm like, no, is he on the phone? Like, oh my God, this is how he's doing his audio.
It was, and then I had the echo in my ear. So I've never gone hit on Hannity, I don't think, and I don't think I ever will again. By the way, it's a little like
It wasn't a great segment. I thought, no offense to Peaches and you, but. I was surprised we were talking about. Yeah, I was surprised we were talking about that. I don't really
time to be talking about that.
I thought it was just going to be like the rant I had already, and most of the people I go on kind of know. I know some will be like on political. I'm actually a lot of like putting tampons in a bathroom. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I wouldn't do it, but like I'm not going to rail like that. Doesn't keep me up at night. But they asked to do it. I thought night after election I can get my pitch out, whatever. I've never done the show. Usually they include Austin. Austin sets all this up. I sit down, I go. They said, first, we're going to send a truck to your front, which they do sometimes. And like, no trucks. I'm like, all right, well, can we set up in your house? 10 p.m. No, you can't. I got dogs. It's going to be chaos. All right, can we FaceTime you on your cell phone? Fine. So that's what they were supposed to do. They have a new tech guy. They fucked up. They're calling me on my phone, getting the audio through the thing. It was supposed to be just audio. Then like, can you at 20 seconds before that, can you sit down in front of the thing? And I saw it and I was, I'm biting my lower lip. Like, ooh. And then I saw Whitney's thing. Look at this fucking guy. Nobody, I bet you can't find anybody who's had that set up ever in the last 10 years, at least.
That's from like 2000. Yeah, it's from like 1998 or something.
Insane look.
Mr.Beast, if he saw that, I'm like, that's why I stuck my dick in that guy's mouth. Look at this loser. Something else.
Yeah, I knew it. When I saw it, I was like, Unbelievable. So
yeah, before you close, though, we were saying about those guys. I guess the bigger picture I talked about on the show, I'm sure Whit has too. Just the election itself, I've taken a ton of shit for just saying, if you say it all, like, listen, like, I'm not crazy about Trump, whatever, but the Democrats really fuck this up. They hate you for just saying that. You can't even say that anymore. Like, you hate you. It's like, just relax. The Democrats fucked up, and they have to figure shit out immediately because they ran on one thing only: abortion. That's it. And more people care about the economy than that. It's just a fact.
Yeah, and you had a really weak candidate. I mean,
yes,
which we said all along, that you basically, it's tough to say, and I said this a million times, that Trump's a threat to democracy when you basically stage a coup during the primary. I mean, that's a really hard message, and people tuned it up. The other thing they don't get, we've heard the same shit about Trump for 12 years. It's like, at some point, we get it. It doesn't, your next bombshell, we've heard 1,000 times. So, yeah, it was.
Your rant was good, Dave. I hate to give you credit. It was pretty. It described, I think, what most people thought. Like, you were calling us garbage. We were garbage. And at some point, I think people were just. I mean, people who watch the show know I know nothing about politics. I really am talking out of my ass. But at one point, how many times can you call everyone who votes for one guy a Nazi and garbage?
And it's one after another. Like, all that shit Cuban did, and then he sticks his foot in his mouth being like, there's no strong women who basically like Trump. Or so it's just one that, and he won the popular vote. So I don't know how. Politics is just so fucking screwed up. Like, it's people struggling for power. All the people who have jobs currently are going for Democrats. A lot of them lose the jobs. They'll do whatever they can to keep it. They don't put the best candidates out. And why would the best candidates want to run? It's a thankless job.
Kirk, you said on your show, like, he didn't win because he went on those pods. No offense to Taylor and Will.
Definitely not.
And if she went on the pods, that had nothing to do with it.
I mean, I could be wrong. An enormous part of this election, the enormous part of it, I don't want to dig too deep into the numbers, was the Latino vote was enormous for Trump. In some parts of the country, 70 points higher in districts than 4 years ago. I don't think, I could be wrong, that the Latino vote was spending a lot of time listening to Will and Taylor talk football than have Donald Trump on. What it came down to was milk costs $8 now, and it cost $4 4 years ago. And Kamala Harris is running for president. And when they asked her, would she do anything different than the person who people think are responsible, she said, I would do nothing different. Like, done.
And then tries to say she's going to do everything different. That's it. The fact they didn't have, unless they don't have smart people, I've said this 1,000 times, just sit down in a boardroom and be like, we are not leaving this room until you have an answer to the question, what would you do different?
Right.
And they never had that answer. That's definitely a factor. I agree with the young male vote was heavily skewed to him, which I also think there's a villainization a little bit, which people like forcing people to the ballot. It was a lot of factors. And personality. You can say the people like Trump, and you say he grew up rich, which he did. Kamala didn't. He's more identifiable. Like, he comes across as like a real person versus her, and the working person identified. They thought he was more on their side. So there's a lot of different things. You really have to fuck it up.
I saw a clip of, I don't know what year it was. I'd never seen it, of Obama just crushing Trump at some. I think it was the Al Smith there. Is that why he ran?
Correspondence there. That's what they say. He was so pissed off that night. Obama shit all over him.
That's amazing. But that's why
Trump's been talking about running for president for like 30 years, though.
He has. He has.
And the reactions, though. The reactions of people. This Jimmy
Kimmel crying.
And I've seen the pictures of him in blackface playing Charles Barkley years ago.
The Man Show.
Oh, jumping off of trampolines with girls, 30
He's crying.
Rolling.
Yeah.
Get ready for SNL on Saturday night. That's going to be, mad.
That was when the girl gave the speech last time.
Hallelujah. She dressed up like Hillary Clinton, sang Hallelujah playing a piano. Yeah, Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to my dad. He's not on the show, is he?
Oh, how's he handling it?
So I was worried he'd be dead. Because he went radio silent. I sent him how you doing? How you feeling? You okay? I got a response the next day, just one word, stunned. And then I talked to him, and he actually was handling it the way that, now he won't be able to do it. He's like, you know what? I hate the guy. And he's hated him forever before he's in politics. But it's like, I hope he does well. Like, I hope I'm wrong about everything, which is how everybody should be, regardless. Like, if Kamala, when I said you want to do well, it's like if you root for a team that stinks, and you're like, this team stinks, they stink, and they turn around, start doing well, you should be happy, right? It's like your team. Right. So you want America to do well. So my dad was in okay spirits, but I think deep down he thinks we may be extinct by the end of the 4 years. Like, he's going to do something so drastic, the world is going to end.
But it's a good point, though. I think we're just like the people who hate Trump are saying now the worst case scenario is going to happen because he wins. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. But the truth is, now that Trump won, those people now want those things to happen.
Right, which is terrible.
Like, which is crazy. It's the thing they're most afraid of. Now they want to happen so they can say, look, I told you this was going to happen.
That's like crazy small percentage, though. I feel like people.
I don't think
my mom's like your dad, where my mom hates his guts. And then she said, if he wins, I'm rooting for him. Like, I think most people still are rooting for the country.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree.
Really?
I think the crazies don't.
Both sides, by the way, both sides.
Yeah, but I think the crazies are a way smaller percentage than we think.
That was social media.
Yeah.
That was
social media amplifies it. And that's the other thing. The mainstream media, it's great. It's like they're part of the issue because no one believes them. And I mean, I was almost going to do, like, you look at Business Insider, who came after me. They came after Elon. They came after me. They came after Bill Ackman. They've come after, like, major people who they pushed aside. Like, I have been pushed from one side to the other. Elon pushed from one side to the other. Like, if Elon doesn't buy X, I'm not that. I think could have shifted the election, because all the stuff on X is very pro-Trump. That wouldn't be allowed before he got it.
Platformed for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff in the narrative, and it like my dad, no wonder my dad hates him so much. My dad sits and watches MSNBC or CNN 24/7. He doesn't watch anything else. He's not searching for stuff online. So, we'll see what happens.
I may be totally off here, but aren't the community notes thing on Twitter pretty legit? Is that
seems that
the
way?
Other side say no? It seems like
yes, they would. They hate him so much they would. They say everything that happens on X is fake news. They'd say
this dominated our show for a couple of weeks. So we missed last week. Any notes left over from the Tate thing that you were at? You were satellite there in.
No, I came across as he's like a crazy person. Yeah. And I had a funeral last week. That's why people are like, oh, he's avoiding. It's like I was all over the place. I was making diss tracks. I had a funeral in Boston. I was at the Breeders' Cup. I was in Nashville. So it was tough. I had to miss the whole. No, I mean, that was a crazy. I said I don't know what the hell he was talking about. I truly, I thought he was going to do what he had to do, which he could have done from day one. Like, I want to stay in Chicago.
He did what he had to do, I thought.
Yeah, but then he just made stuff up about me.
Well, maybe, but I mean, he was playing dirty, but he did what he had to do to get back.
But I think he was back no matter what. Then he came at me. I think he believed, what he was saying about me.
What did he say about you?
That I knew his girlfriend gave him an ultimatum to move, and I was intentionally trying to destroy his life, essentially. I wanted him to stay in Chicago. I don't want to deal with the back and forth. He reminds me of a guy who maybe have compared me to Osama. Every problem is on me.
Well, yeah, that did happen on this show.
Everybody
show up to vote? Anybody not? They said a couple people weren't there. No.
There were a couple, but nobody of
nothing.
No significance.
Okay. Anything else jumping out at you guys from the last couple of weeks?
I saw this on the rundown sheet. Who is Mintzy speaking to?
That is a great speech.
It's the Savannah QB Club.
Speech. What?
Savannah QB Club.
Oh, I thought you said Cuban Club. I was like,
the Savannah Quarterback Club.
Former
quarterbacks?
No, just in the South.
They have clubs like that, right?
Yeah, they're awesome. Like
the VFW?
Yeah, except they're somehow you just drink beers, talk football, and have Mintzy come speak to you. That's the South.
How much you get paid for it?
$2,000, I think.
Did he?
This wasn't Yeah,
Did
look at
Mintzy
this
ever
guy.
give you, Dave? Did Mintzy ever give you his genius idea for the Ole Miss?
Nope.
I don't think I can talk about this.
Nope. Dave would never do that. Can't do that. Was there any problem with the guy from the quarterback club like there was from?
Look at this guy's vest in the quarterback club. I don't know if I can get it. Like the blazer with the QB. Like I need that blazer.
That's an emblem from the club?
Yeah, that's going to be a Savannah QB. I'm making it like I would love to be part of a club like this. Mintzy, and they said apparently there's like 80-year-olds in it, 20-year-olds, and there's like a limited membership.
Put that up again. Put Mintzy up again there.
He looks great in this one.
You know what Mintzy looks like there? He does look like Chris Farley when he's Matt Foley, the motivational speaker. He does look like him. Like he's about to
going down to the van by the river.
Yeah, just like go through the table. His speech was unbelievable. The clip I saw.
Yeah. There's something very self-pure about Savannah QB Club. I mean, look at this. Look at this. The microphone, the vest.
Look at him. Oh, it's like he won the Heisman.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, it's true. It's like he's Fran Tarkenton coming back there or something.
The World Series of Poker main event. So I broke college kid when I was 30 years old. And try going from 75th in the World Series main to make it salad.
Talk about coming in 75th in the World Series of Poker.
So go interview for this job. I actually get it because the station wasn't very established. I feel like I've progressed as a person, but if I not progressed at all, time felt like it's like a flat circle.
Crowd loves him.
Doesn't feel like it was a prepared speech, I have to say.
You never know with him. You absolutely.
He went off the cuff. He's not reading anything.
He's like,
Well, he did say, big laugh out of the Savannah QB Club. I guess I won't do any rap videos anymore. They love that one.
They like that. They play to the crowd.
Oh shit!
Like, want to know who won Survivor?
This Kelce thing.
Oh boy, yeah. Well, I
can't.
Don't you think he said, "Hey, I want to apologize"? Because I think he's a sensitive guy. I think he actually said, "I want to apologize."
No way.
I do.
No way.
I think so. Yeah.
You think that if he wasn't on ESPN, he would have come out like on his social media and just apologized?
No, but I think he feels bad. I think he's actually like a nice, sensitive guy. I think he feels bad that he said it. I think he actually feels bad he said it.
Yeah, I think he does.
Not in the moment.
But he doesn't feel bad for smashing his phone.
No. But I think he's like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. It puts them in a bad spot. Like I would be like, I'm never fucking apologizing. You guys would be the same way. But I think he's like, I legitimately feel bad. Like, I'll just apologize. Like, I don't think it was an old school ESPN woke. Like,
yeah, if I were him, the only thing I would have said, because I do think he feels bad, and I would have said it if I'd done it, I'd been like, I just repeated back what was said to me. Yeah. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm saying that word's in my vocab. He called me that. My knee jerk reaction, I'll call you that. It doesn't matter, asshole, cunt, dickhead, whatever that guy called me, that's what I was calling him back, which I do believe is the truth.
Oh, how much of a loser? You have
what
to
a
be
fucking piece of shit
to follow a guy around and just like what an absolute like he should be totally allowed to smash his head in.
100%
jail for 1,000 years for that guy. Just go away. Like you're useless in society. Just go away.
And people are like, he should be used to it. He should be able to take it. I've been plenty of places. People always say, say rude, mean things. I've never had somebody follow me that incessantly like rude in my ear. And by the way, I'm like 5'10". I don't even know what I do. That guy must have been pretty big because he wasn't like that different from Jason, but crazy.
I actually wonder if he had just been saying it to him, but it's like, you're calling my brother that? Like that might add some, you know what I mean? Like he might have just been able to be like, fucking donkey, get out of here. But then he's coming at your family. It's like, this motherfucker.
And videoing you, like it's just a total, has this kid's name come out?
No, I don't think so.
How is that possible?
Like a totally appropriate reaction for what the guy did.
100%. Like, in fact, I'd say it was when he pushed him, when he bent down, Jason showed restraint.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I didn't, my take, I did not think ESPN, maybe I'm wrong, obviously, but I did not think ESPN pushed him into a poll. I don't think, but maybe. I have no idea.
How the hell has that kid's name not come out?
Yeah, because the one kid, was it a Ravens fan that was like suckering people?
Yeah, they're instant.
Yeah, and his name got plastered everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. And there's a clear look at this kid's face, but I haven't seen it anywhere. He's getting protected by somebody, everybody. Crazy.
Very.
Yeah. Good call. Oh, nice.
Good job. Good job. See?
Tommy John. Tommy John, hands down the best underwear I've ever worn. They're silky soft, breathable, keep you cool on a hot summer day. Way too often guys are wearing these old, saggy, ripped, cheap underwear. Grow up, buy better underwear. Tommy John will change your life. Great days begin with underwear. Go to TommyJohn.com/unnamed. Get 20% off your first order with code unnamed. Let me keep it going here. Jack Pocket. Feeling lucky? Well, get ready to try your luck with Jack Pocket, America's #1 lottery app. With Jack Pocket, you can order Powerball, Mega Millions tickets right on your phone. They even have state lottery games every day. There are millions up for grabs right on your phone. New customers can get free lottery tickets using code Barstool. Can't win if you don't play. That's code Barstool for free Powerball or Mega Millions ticket. Don't wait. Download Jack Pocket now for your chance to win big. Good luck.
Let me ask you this before you do this, because I'm seeing this older picture. It's a couple weeks now with the Halloween with Belichick, which is
unreal.
But maybe we talked about this on the show. He's doing like 70 things. Did you guys ever talk to him? Did you almost get Belichick to do something? Did we talk?
We did talk to him. We were trying to get him to do a show. Yeah.
Wow.
In hindsight, thank God we didn't. It's the show that so he is doing so many things. And I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's great, man and cast. And a lot of clips I'm seeing, the show that we would have had, he's doing with Patricia and with Underdog. That show, to me, is a dud.
Not great.
So that's the one. And we were late to the game. But we were talking about it.
Who do you talk to? Who do you talk to? Is it
Belichick?
Oh, you talked to him?
Yeah. But it was super late in the game. By the time, like, he didn't even really. So I actually saw him the other day. I spoke at an Axon conference, our friend Josh, and he was there as well.
Do you think, and did you maybe ask him, like when she says, I'm going to be a mermaid coming out of the water and you're going to wear, do you think he's like, okay, or is he fighting that at all?
I think he's like, I think when she says I'm a mermaid, he's like, what kind of bait do you want on the rod? Like, he is all in. She is calling the shots.
Is she calling the shots behind the scenes too? Like, do you have to deal with her when you're doing this or no?
I think everything goes through her is what I believe. Yes.
Is that
you want you? Hey, can you put these shoes on? Can you talk football? She's calling. Bill does what I say. That's that's my interpretation of it.
If she was a guest on Hannity, he'd be holding the phone up to her ears, what you're saying.
This was a wild picture.
I mean, Vince Lombardi is not doing this. You know, Joe Gibbs is not doing this. I don't like Belichick doing this. This isn't good. You can't do this.
I could see Pete Carroll doing it.
Oh, for sure.
Andy Reid, like maybe something with a burger.
When I was a kid,
but not maybe somebody 50 years their junior.
That bothers you, Dave? Yeah.
No, it doesn't bother me. But let's say something really quick.
How old are you, Dave?
Kirk, since I see what you're doing there.
I'm asking you a question. We talk on this show. That's all.
I am 47 years old.
Okay. So this girl wouldn't be born yet, right? She's 48 years younger than him.
I think they have a 50-year age gap, right?
She was born in the year 2000.
Can I get
Dave meeting a girl in 20 years and trying to explain like his life? He's like, and then the hit pieces started. The Astro van broke down.
She's like, shut up, put the jacket on. It's Halloween. Get ready. Just
put the gag ball in your mouth, honey.
It's picture time. It's Halloween time. What were you saying, Dave? Go ahead.
I think there's a significant age difference for what you were trying to allude to, Kirk.
I'm asking you a question. That's all. Jesus, don't be so sensitive. That's fine. I'm actually curious about the business of Belichick, though. Like, is he a mate? Like, is that a crazy amount of money to try and get him to do a podcast?
Well, I never got into the money discussion. My interpretation of him when I was talking about him was he was not money motivated. He was intelligence motivated to show he's still got it with football and he wants to get back into coaching. That was my interpretation.
Which he's going to do next year.
I think so.
He's not a midseason guy, right?
But he's great at the media stuff.
I think he's great. Yeah, I think he's the best with the Mannings. Like, he's excellent. Like, he's way better than Brady.
I would agree with that. Very different formats.
I know,
like, and by the way, the Mannings are fucking very talented. So
yeah,
sometimes you're around talented. Like Brady may be able to bust balls. Like Belichick has all the back rivalry stuff that he drops in the Manning, like the crowd noise in Indianapolis and things like that. It's very entertaining. It's very entertaining. And takes shots at the Pats nonstop.
He sure does. He sure does. What else?
I can't wait for next Tuesday night, Dave. I don't know if you've seen American Sports Tragedy, the Aaron Hernandez story, one of the worst, best shows of all time.
Yeah.
Next week, our guy Kirk is going to be a main focal point of the final episode.
That is true. I am part of
this
wow.
show.
I can't believe that show's still on.
This show is so bad, but I can't. I love it. I actually love the show.
It's
and
very
now. Yeah. Final episode. I don't know who's going to be playing you. What
the actor Justin Grace is playing me. Yeah, that is who's playing me. And we're doing a live.
Pay attention.
We're doing a live screening of it with some of my people. We're going to watch the live viewing of the final episode next Tuesday. Yeah,
I like that. Are you guys watching The Penguin?
Oh, it's incredible.
It's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Behind. Oh, Colin Farrell, unbelievable.
So
it's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Now I wasn't going to get in because I'm not the biggest superhero movie show person.
It's not really that,
it's a straight up monster show.
Yeah.
It's just a crime show. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It just happens to yes. Very good. Very good.
I don't know how that.
I don't know why we keep. Who makes these sheets and what are they trying to accomplish by still putting Mutt on the sheets?
Is he on the sheet this week?
Yes. Mutt had another underwhelming turnout at Sportsbook Live.
Well, I texted you guys.
I think his co-host quit, right?
Yeah. I think I texted you guys the picture, right?
He's just sitting in a cow outfit.
Look at
Kirk's going tonight, right?
I'm going tonight. I am going tonight. The final one.
Look at this. He had a job at Barstool. He didn't want it.
Didn't want it. His co-host has quit. He's by himself. He had an 80-year-old guy on the other day. It was
his co-host quit.
Well, he wasn't there for like an episode or something. And then somebody tweeted his co-host, "Why didn't he take a job at Barstool?" The guy's like, "You tell me. I would have if I were him." Like, nobody wants to work with him. That is definitely a Justin Cullinane move. Putting it in the notes. Yeah, like
why? It's like, all right.
Doesn't seem like it really fits in with the rest of what's going on. No, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Crazy.
Dave, any luck at the Breeders? You won, but you lost. What's it like out there?
Well, I love horse racing. It was a little cooler than I thought. Del Mar's a beautiful track. We had a beautiful setup. I mean, it's one of my favorite events to go. Elio and I go every year. There's 22 Breeders' Cup races. We lost the first 20. We're probably down $400,000 or $500,000. When I say me, Elio bets with my money. And then we won the last two, which got most of it back. So, and as much as I shit on Elio, so our arrangement, I've explained this 100 times. And I get it. Like, I think Elio would do the same arrangement with me if, like, we had the same amount of money when we started this thing, going. But we bet as a team, and we just share the profits. So if we win $100,000, he gets 50, I get 50. Somewhere along the way, he just stopped bringing money. He just stopped. He's like, Dave pays for me. So if we lose, like, we have to be positive for him to get anything, but it's a free roll for him. So towards the end of the day, we're down so much, he can never make money. He can only help alleviate my losses. And to his credit, he won the last race, $100,000, was just as excited as though he was going to get money. All he was doing was alleviating my losses. So we ended down maybe $100,000, which isn't bad for 2 days. I love it.
If that's the case, so I guess if you win $300, you're giving him $150.
Correct.
No matter what. Never lose.
Yes.
Are you you mentioned earlier in the show, are you anywhere on this golf thing, or is just DeChambeau just slow it down? Like,
he slowed it down, and I'm reamping it up.
Well, Biz technically is
Biz is the executive producer, so yeah, he's probably have to go through him, I suppose.
So you have no clue of possible dates.
We're gonna need a little dates. We're gonna need a little dates because,
well, yeah,
we need time for people to. I'll tell you the last exchange I had with Biz. We never talked. So I'm going to try to plan a big golf event late March, Scottsdale. I think there's a massive opportunity in golf. Chicklets, foreplay, Bob does. Throw in the mix, we get insane viewership. My wheels are spinning. I think it would bring more awareness to Unnamed show and where the idea derived. So maybe did know. The Whit Riggs battle alone, craziness in my opinion. If you want to talk about, call me. If you're not interested, fuck off. I said, we already have this in the works. This sounds vaguely familiar, so we can talk whenever. And then we just haven't connected. But I mean, Chicklets will be involved in our thing.
Yeah.
No for sure, right? Yeah. But so you're just going to kind of restart here.
We have the format.
What's the format?
Should I say it, or people like taking the idea? I don't love like just saying it.
Okay. I mean, I don't think.
I don't know who would steal it, but all of a sudden there's all these. I'm getting business stealing it.
Well, you could do a diss track about them if they steal it. So what are the details?
I think it would be something along the lines, right? This is rough. You know how we did our Ryder Cup?
Yes.
Like, I want to even it. So it's not the best golfer necessarily wins. Like, you may need some luck, even the play. So it starts as, say you have 64 people, Ryder Cup, 2 teams. Your team has to win to advance. So half the tournament's gone right there. So you're playing all the different formats. And then from there, your teams of, I think, 8, half the teams advance, then 4, then singles. So you're being matched with players, and then you have to like root your guys on as they're going, because in this like match play format, your teams have to keep advancing. So it's not just you until you get down to the end, teams, and then singles to end. That's the general idea that would be spread out probably over a couple of weeks.
Okay, so it's not one. Yeah, I guess it couldn't be 3 days.
I mean, maybe, but
well,
it's probably harder if you're having all these different content creators to like.
Yeah, but I mean, with a lot of money on the line, I mean, like I said, $1 million, I think I can get it higher. That's part of it too, getting sponsors, ads. Like, I'm not looking to make money on it year one, just like get a big prize pool. Because you know how the Ryder Cup, Kirk, you're sitting around watching everybody. There's so much pressure.
Yeah.
So that's the environment that I'd like to create.
Is 64 an actual number, or are you just throwing it out there? I
think that's what we said, but it don't quote. It's something. This is a going off rough memory.
Good. No, I'm not. Yeah. I mean, that
would be amazing.
I want to say that shouldn't take long to put together, but actually it will take a long to get everyone.
That could take years.
To get everyone, it's gonna be very.
Well, everybody, how we broadcasting it, prize pool, sponsors, this, that, the other, people get in. Like I said, Bryson called me up. He's like, I want to own half of it. Like, let's do a joint venture. I was like, all right, great. Be in. Total darkness. I start hounding him, and then I hadn't heard the name till the Jerry thing. So,
right. Okay.
So similar, like where he just went to somebody else, like when Koepka kind of went to somebody else.
Yeah, I think Mr.Beast is doing like a sports thing, so I'm sure they approached him. He's huge on it. The Koepka thing bothered me a lot more because we put a lot of resources, time. He's like, I'll let you know, but whatever. I'm just getting fucked left and right. Everyone's dropping their big old balls on my head.
What is going on? Get your shit together.
I have no respect.
Jesus.
On a landline on Fox News.
Look, pathetic. So this thing comes out tonight, this chicken fry thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if there is no...
Who the fuck's that?
Kirk, good for you.
That's the guy who's playing me in the show.
I mean, that's
looks a lot like you.
Pretty reasonable facsimile, I think.
Yeah.
Central casting. He never reached out to me.
Put Chris Hemsworth next to me, Austin.
He never reached out to me. Never wanted to motivate.
No method acting. No following you around.
Didn't want to see how Kirk Minahan operates. It's an interesting thing to try and get into, you know?
Oh, yeah. You have to tail you for like a month just to get 1%.
No, and then he's like, I'm quitting. I'm not playing this guy.
Well, yeah, you hear the actors. Who was the guy who played Elvis? He couldn't stop being Elvis.
Austin Butler still talks like him.
Yeah, he couldn't stop. He's like, I'm Elvis. Imagine you become
Justin
Kirk.
Shows up to that guy's house with McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King. He's just like,
when do you say we're dropping this next track? Like, do you have a date if they don't respond? Is there a day in mind where you say we're doing?
Well, I'd have to work out the details of recording it because I'm going to Ole Miss for the college football show tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
So that takes up basically 48 hours, and then I'd figure it out after.
Yeah. What about the Roan one? Didn't Brianna do one with just Roan or no?
No, that one has not been recorded, and I'd be in that one. Gotcha. So that would be me and her.
Does she?
Like, it has to be
willing to do one.
Yes. So that would have to be like, people are like, well, I'll record it, Roan. It's got to be somebody involved in like the drama to make it work.
Well, if she's involved in it, then it becomes even bigger. If that's
of course,
that's the winner right there.
This is kind of a personal question for Bree. Maybe you know the answer, but like apparently they or he bought a house around this area, Boston area. Like, does she at least get to keep that house?
That'll all be revealed.
Okay.
What a tease. That'll all be revealed tonight.
I did the tease.
Great, good job.
That'll be revealed tonight in BFF.
All right.
Good. All right, boys.
See you guys.
See it
next week.